Welcome to our first live stream. My name's Steve, and this is Brandon, my son.
Hello.
First of all, we'd like to thank everyone for joining. We've now up to almost 5,000 members on our Facebook group, which I think is fantastic. The reason why we set the group up was to help fellow traders save money on auctions and auction fees. I've been in the business for over 25 years. Brandon was literally born in a car. He's been brought up on cars. He loves cars, and he's been working with me over the past 4 years with the business. And we were sick of auction fees and traders getting ripped off, the likes of BCA and all the rest. So we set up a company called We Want Your Car Now, and we had a network of probably about 200 dealers, didn't we? That we would supply stock for, similar to what Motorway are doing, but we was a bit more personable. The Facebook group we set up about 2.5 years ago, and we called it Trade to Trade Underwriting UK because obviously there was Trade to Trade Underwriting, but we didn't do anything with it. We just literally was naturally getting the odd members on it. We didn't really post anything for about 18 months ago, and then we started generating more and more members like yourselves, and it's only because of you guys joining, posting, helping each other out as a community that we're now up to nearly 5,000 members. So, thank you very, very much for everybody that's joining. Let's keep this growing. We are a community. We're here to help each other. We're not making any money off it. We do get a lot of people inboxing us with issues, and we are getting through them. Everybody can talk to me. They can talk to Brandon. We have the admin team, and it is 24/7. We are launching an app, which I think you've probably seen the odd snippets and videos of it, and we do need your help on it. It is free to join. It is available on iOS and Android, and some of you that are using it now have some really good feedback, so thank you for that. It is dead simple because we're from Rochdale. So if we can understand it, then I'm sure everybody else can. But it's dead easy to do. Upload cars for sale. You can take pictures of the car, and away you go. You've seen a bit of video before we started of the app, and it's something that we feel will help you guys as well. There are some few little things that we're implementing on that, but if anybody's got any questions on the app, feel free to message us, ask us now. That's what we're here for. There are some things that we're going to discuss of what's happening in the future with the app, but with the Facebook group was our baby, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But I think with how it's going now, especially with how the price of cars are at the minute, we all know it's ridiculously expensive, don't we?
Yeah.
And again, if we can save you guys 200 or 300 quid here, 200 quid there, then it's more profit for you. We've seen what Kazoo are doing and Cinch and BCA are doing. They're trying to strangle us small independents out, and I won't have it. And we'll if we can all work together, we can get the group bigger. We can get everybody on the app, because that's where everything's going in it now. You got Uber Eats. You got this bloody delivery. Well, come and deliver you 6 eggs, won't it, for Sunday breakfast? Everything's going on an app. The Facebook group is going to continue. We're not going to get rid of that. But what we're going to be doing with the app, hopefully from next week, with a bit of an update, you post a car on the app, it will automatically put it into the Facebook group with a nice picture, nice description, app verified. So instead of putting it on twice, you'd only need to put it on once.
Yeah.
So
plus it keeps the flow of the group going then, because we don't want to lose our background of a Facebook group as we started, because that's not what it was about in the first place, and it's not what it's about in the long run. We want to be able to have the ease of use of the app, as well as still have the Facebook group for people who prefer to use that platform. It's all about personal preference and what's easier for you at the end of the day.
Yeah, 100%. With how easy it is for the app. We will be doing a walkthrough video of how the app works. But the good thing is just have a play with it. If you're unsure, just go back. You know, it won't kick you out. There's questions on the. There's literally on there. You've got a wanted post. So any make model that you want, you can put on there, and it will ping you a notification. It'll go beep beep when that notification comes through, so you can see that. You can literally take a picture of a car and upload it straight to the app, and it's live straight away, and it'll go onto Facebook. So rather than you waiting to get back to your computer to upload it, it's already done. Other things, go on.
Obviously, to do with the app now as well, this is obviously version 1 of the app. It's going to expand, it's going to grow, we're going to change things, we're going to try and make it as easy as possible for a trader like yourself to be able to do anything to do with trading the car, whether that's obviously selling the car, logistics, possibly even funding at some point, just to try and get a full embodiment of everything to make it easier for a trader to buy and sell between the trade at trade price, which is the key thing we need to get across. Is we're sick of people trying to get retail money for trade cars in the trade, because as you know, like with any car at the minute are paying up to £2,000 over book, and I think it's just all a bit ridiculous. So it needs to all be wound back in a little bit, so that it makes it easier for people like us.
Yeah, those of you that have been in the trade over a number of years, as I have, this last year has probably been not the worst, but the price wise has been ridiculous. It's been so up and down. 1 minute you can pay £5,000 for a car, the next minute it's £8,000, and you know it's all down to the COVID and everything else. But I'm thinking now, coming into November, December, it starts turning down a bit. I've seen prices start to level off a bit. Hope you guys have, and hopefully in January there'll be some more brand new cars that are being built, and these chip issues are all going to be done and dusted, and we can start, you know, leveling off again. Don't be all going buying millions of cars in November, December and sitting on them till January, because then that'll drive the prices back up. But the main thing for us is the app. If you're using it, you know, use it. Put cars on for sale. You know, don't just join it to buy stock, because without you guys posting cars for sale, then you know
there's going to be no cars to buy.
That's right.
So
you know, we've had a motorbike put on there. We've had a Bolt put on there when we've been testing. You know, so it's not just about the cars. If you've got some wheels that you want to stick on, put that on there. You know, it is.
Well, we had a discussion that we made in obviously in the future. Like we said, this is version 1 of the app. It could be a case of maybe in the future we implement another part of the app where it's mainly just for parts, possibly something like that was a thought that crossed the table. So it could be something that we look at in the future, doing a part side of it as well. So then you've got the buying and selling, parts, logistics, funding, all in one place to make it easier for you guys.
Yeah, just a couple of questions that popping up. Yes, the app is free. It's free to download. It's free to use. Other competitors, I mean, I say competitors because, you know, we're each to our own. We're a big community. You know, if you look at We Buy Any Car, how many versions of We Buy Any Car and people that are doing the same thing out there? Yeah. It's big enough for everybody here. We're not charging. We're not putting adverts on there. It is free for you guys to start using it. So start using it. It's totally free. Now, you may have another app that does similar to what we're doing. Well, post it on there as well. We're a community.
Yeah, exactly. You know? We're not here to try and say we want everyone to come to us and that's it. We're just trying to make the best version of something that we believe we can make. So if that means that we are better in some aspects than, say, another one of the people doing the similar things, or they're better at something else, that's fair enough. We want to do it our way to make it easier for you guys. But we're encouraging people to, like I said, use both groups if that's what's going to get you the most business. Yeah. It's not about trying to steal any custom or any sort of worthiness of any other company. It's about trying to make the market a better place for people like you. So.
I suppose it's a bit like Plenty of Fish and Tinder. You can go on both, can't you? not for me, and obviously you shouldn't because you're my son. But yeah, we are a community. I've worked at a company called Carcraft for over 10 years.
It's not something you should probably admit.
No, well, a lot of people know that we're Carcraft and we buy any car. But the amount of people and the amount of dealers and independents that I've been introduced to and got contacts with is fantastic. And again, it's that community feel, and that's what we are. I think that's why we're doing these videos, these put a face to a name, etc. Yeah. If anybody needs my personal mobile number, I'll give it to them. It is available 24/7, and I'm sure a lot of you that are in the group WhatsApp me or message me on Facebook all the time, and I'll try and reply to any messages that you need to do, because we're UK based. We've got our own in-house development team. So if there's any issues, we'll get it done straight away. It's not like you have to email and then you get a reply after a week. Hopefully it's done the same day, or it's open. We'll get a response to you the day after. But the good thing is, if you want to message me. You can message Brandon, you can message the admin team, and we will sort it out. We have anybody that has issues with any of the members, we'll try and sort it out. We're all grown-ups, aren't we?
Yeah, we have had a couple more questions come through. So when we start charging for the app, so we're looking at for the minute, it's obviously free for the time being. We're going to see how the app goes. We're going to see what kind of response we get. We're going to see if we can improve it or what else we can introduce. And we're mainly looking at the start of the new year, early new year, to try and look at implementing some sort of subscription price for it. Like we said, we aren't dead set on that yet. We just want to see what kind of response we get, because at the end of the day, if we then implement it to be charged, it is only going to be one set fee every month, which will be covered not only by one sale of a car tenfold, it's going to be covered by, but obviously through the business you can more than likely claim most of it back anyway. Yeah. So it's not, charging isn't really something that we are afraid of saying, because I believe that if the service is good enough, it's worth obviously subscribing as a price. But other than that, it's going to be early start of the new year. But for now, and for the foreseeable future, at the minute, it is free to use, free to post cars on, free to trade between yourselves, and free to get a grip of everything.
Thanks for that, Nick. We've for the app, it's literally been 18 months in the making. We've test driven it. Yeah. We've tweaked it. We've rebranded it. We went from Trade Underwriting UK, which the badge on our t-shirt will be this big. Yeah. So we've gone to Your Stock Finder now, which just literally says what it does on the tin. We've rebranded it. The app looks fantastic. Yeah. Those that have been testing it for us, any tiny little bugs have been done now. We're looking at a web version. This is a big one for me, because this is, if you look at this, that's my phone. That it's not a tablet, because I'm nearly blind, because I'm 40. So we're doing
40, right? 15 years ago.
We're doing a web version, and it's coming. And that is going to be a game changer, because you could, like I say, my desk, I have 2 or 3 screens. So if I've got one that's just on the app, one on, we don't need to have it on the Facebook because it'd be posted automatically. Yeah. But that's going to be a game changer. I don't know whether the others are doing it.
Another question from Nick: is the app available across both iOS and Android? Yes, it is available across both platforms. Ready to download today. Yeah. We made sure of that for launch, that we wanted both of them available. Obviously, we don't want to be discriminative towards platforms.
Normally, it's iOS that is the one that takes long to get on, but it was Android this time, wasn't it? Yeah. So yeah, that was literally went live yesterday on Android. I have been sending some links to people on Messenger, but it is on the web, on the Facebook group. On our website, you can click on it, but it's better on the Facebook group. We've literally had over the last 2 weeks nearly 300 new members, which that's brilliant. Welcome on board. With the shouts out to like Richard and Kenny Gilmore has been with us for a while. We've got quite a lot of contributors. Max as well. Yeah, Max Bergin. I know you've downloaded the app, Max, but start uploading some stock for sale.
Absolutely.
Because you've got quite a few on there, mate. So
in response to Luke Pickup as well about your Mark 6 Fiesta. I did try and advertise it for you, but you want far too much for it. So unless you plan on taking a lot less money, then
Is that not
maybe look elsewhere.
Is his a Cat S as well?
No, it's not.
Oh, is it not?
No.
It will be. Another one there. Rob, can you put a list of cars you want on the app to get? Yes, you can. Yes, Rob. So if you wanted, say, any Ford, you can put in there Fords, and literally it'll save them all. So any Ford that comes on, you'll hear that beep beep.
The little beep beep notification happens for most things. It's a little gimmick that we've included because we want something to remind you every time that the notification goes off. Obviously, a lot of apps these days use the same sort of notification style or sound. So that's ours to set us out from the crowd a little bit. There you go.
I keep getting up and going to the window thinking a taxi's here. But then I remember I've got no friends, so it's not me, it must be next door. With these, like I say, the group, I love the group.
100%.
I get excited every time I see somebody else wants to join, somebody new.
Yeah.
Some of you are quite big groups, and some of you are small independents. To me, you're part of the community. Whether you sell one car a week or you sell 100 cars a week, nobody gets treated any different.
Absolutely.
You know, with any feedback you can get from the app, but good or bad, please come back to us. We're not perfect, but we want it to be as near damn as perfect as possible for you, the community.
Yeah.
We want to grow to 8,000, 9,000 in the community, but we do reject probably more than we allow to come on, don't we?
Definitely, yeah.
You know,
I think last weekend alone we rejected around 50 to 60 people because they weren't legitimate traders or they didn't have a background from this sort of industry. They were just people trying to get on to look at cheap cars, basically. And that's not really what we're looking to do. We're not a buy, sell and swap page. It's a trade sales page only. So are all users verified on the group and the app? So basically, what we're going to do is we're going to implement a service which, if you are subscribed to the app, if you are on there, verified trader on the app, and you post on the app, you can select a function to post it into the Facebook group, and it will come up at the top of your ad at verified trader. Whereas if you just post it in the group, you'll come through to the group as you usually would, just your name and your advert.
but if you join in the app, you have to be verified. It's literally ID, selfie, copy of trade insurance.
It's just to prove that you are a trader.
Another good thing on the app is if we buy a car from, say, you, Nick, I can leave you feedback. I can do your 5-star rating, a bit of a review. And what it will do is it will show you how many cars you've sold on the app over the last 6 months, and it'll give you your star rating. So then, a bit like a Trustpilot, won't it? So that's good, because then if you're looking at buying a car off a trader and they've got 1 star and they've sold 20 cars, and you're not going to be doing a business with them. So describe the car. If it's got 3 wheels hanging off it, put it on like we do on the Facebook group. Put it on. It doesn't matter. Somebody will buy it. Everybody's seen one of them bloody green Vauxhall Vivas or a yellow Citroen.
Yeah.
They sell. There is a buy for somebody. So make sure when you're putting that, when it's 2 or 300 quid per, put it in the description what it needs doing.
Yeah. As long as the ad is as described, you've got pictures of everything.
Hi, Paul.
Everything is included in the advert that you yourself as a trader would want to know going to view a car. Then that's all we ask of you.
Yeah.
You just got to think, how would you want an advert to be set out if you was to go and buy that car? You wouldn't want to turn up after driving 3 hours and there being 10 different things wrong with it, would you? So we just ask for the same sort of courtesy between traders as you'd expect yourself.
Yeah. Just wanted to welcome Paul Matthews. Paul joined probably last week, 2 weeks ago. And Paul does post quite a lot of cars. And I will be speaking to Paul after this about a bit of an idea I've got. But again, download the app, Paul, and get your boys can all download, or your staff can, and that'll be easier again for uploading. This video will be saved on the group.
Yeah, we're going to pin it at the top.
Yeah, so if anybody wants to watch it again, and people that have not managed to join, again, good afternoon for those guys.
Yeah, I don't think we've got any more further questions at the minute, so without droning on too much, we will be hosting a live now every Wednesday at 2 p.m. It probably will more likely be myself and Steve, or we might have a special guest, or one of us might be not in one of the videos. We're going to mix it up a little
I
bit.
might be on holiday
Again. So we'll see what happens, but until then, we'll see you next Wednesday. We look forward to seeing your feedback. Please try and get yourself on the app, get yourself using it, get some stock on there,
Yeah.
and let's buy and sell some cars. So we'll see you again next Wednesday.
Talk soon, everybody. Take care.